you forget that the yellow banner is what that means to people. And people in here, the girls talking about, gosh, we're seeing the yellow chutes, seeing the yellow, the banners and the buck and chutes, and then, getting their back numbers. And the girls that were just so emotional getting their coats, you forget about that stuff. And it's just awesome. And them girls, like Jackie and the girls before her, that blazed the trail to get them to this point. There's a lot of dry roads that they paved that didn't pay anything to get it to this point, and it's cool for me to be able to see it and then be able to experience it at the same time.
This is Season 3 of The Score, the Team Roping Journal's regular podcast, where the team roping world talks. We've told the stories of some of the greatest cowboys, horses, and moments in the sport, and we're so far from done. In 2020, we'll bring you more of what you've come to expect, like interviews with the best cowboys and cowgirls we know, and we'll dive even deeper into subjects you care about. Look for more audio editions of the Team Roping Journal stories you might have missed in print, and learn about the great horses shaping the sport and great challenges facing our industry. All this and more in 2020. I'm Chelsea Schaefer. Hey everybody, welcome to the Round 7 edition of The Score from Arlington, Texas, and the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo 2020 edition. It's something else right now. This round was kind of wild. There were some teams that I was super bummed for. Dustin Egiskiza and Travis Graves, man, they were, before this round, they were the projected world champions if the average had ended before this round. After this round, when Dustin and Travis missed their steer, Luke Brown and Joseph Harrison are now the projected world standings leaders if the rodeo ended tonight. But of course it does not end tonight. There's a lot of teams still in the hunt, but a team that we were really excited to see strike, that you will hear from later on this episode, is Charly, Crawford, and Logan Medlin. They had only won about $4,000 so far this week. They placed last, I think, in the second round. They were just kind of needing to really turn it around, and they did tonight. They won $26,230 and 77 cents of world championship points. I'm not sure how to divide up decimals of world championship points instead of cents, but that's what they won. They are 8th in the average. They're 49-7 on 6 head, and they are 10th in the world. They're not necessarily in the world standings discussion, but who knows, a couple more great rounds and they could be. Another thing that I was super excited for tonight, if you listen to this podcast throughout the year, we are Colton Schmidt fans. That's a good kid. Hunter Cook, good kid. They're nice people. Colton was having heck, and he caught a steer tonight. They were 4-4. They won third. They won $15,653 world championship standings points. I guess is the only way to say that. So though they are out of the average, they're really not in the discussion as far as any world championship race goes. They turned things around tonight. Badger of Colton's looked great. Hunter looked awesome. So it was just really nice to see something positive happen to those guys. Eric Rogers and Peyton Bray are leading the average. They are 60-1 on 7 head. So they're first in the average. They're 9th in the world right now. They need to go to winning to really be in some discussions, but it's awesome to see them still in the average. They picked up a check tonight too. They won $4,000 tonight. They were 5-3, so that was awesome. All right, without further ado, I will let you all listen to our interview with Charly Crawford and Logan Medlin. If you read their story online, this is a much longer version. I visited with those guys for quite a while, so enjoy, and we will talk at you soon. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Resistol. From the passionate hatters that started the company to the hardworking team working daily to produce the best quality hat a cowboy can wear, the folks at Resistol live and love the Western way of life. Not only do they respect cowboys and the Western way of life, they all live it too. That's why they say we live it every day, and why everybody wears the hats that they make. Browse the hats that they've got available at resistol.com. Shop them while you are in Arlington. They are at the Convention Center. Lots of places you can find them at NRS if you're roping at the World Series Indicator. And remember to use the hashtag #WeLiveItEveryday when you're posting your cowboy and roping photos on Instagram and Facebook. Charly, good things happen to good people, huh? That was so exciting tonight.
That was cool.
That was awesome. Tell me about that run.
We knew we had a pretty good steer. He was probably a little off pace for the rest of the herd, and we knew he kind of liked to check off. And man, Charly got a great start, felt like, and just he was even stepping to me, and he still dabbed it on him and made my job easy. It was we knew he had a chance coming into tonight, and it was just good to capitalize on it.
Billy Bob told me that steer was his pick of the round. Did you like him, Charly?
Yeah, he wanted to peel off. I love it when they check off. That just makes my job easy. If I get them hooked right there and get it tight, all I got to do is get out of the way. I love that. I grew up in barns when I was little, and we roped a lot of steers that always died off, so that was something I knew very well.
Yeah. Now, I'm terrible with your bay horses. Which one was that?
That was Sailor.
That was Sailor.
Yeah.
So you started on Nasty.
Mm-hmm.
And tell me about the switch to Sailor.
Nasty was just going to give me an average go every time. He's going to give me a good go, and with the start being just a little bit different, he scores real good, and he runs. He's just freer and bigger steers, and I started on him, and then man, we had a tough first round steer, and he just got out of it, and he's been hard to heel all week. I've been calling him a giant killer all week, If he gets out of Logan's loop, he's hard to heel. So then after that, I gave him one more shot, and I just knew that this start, and these steers, man, that Sailor, I knew he's fast-footed enough that he was going to give me a chance to win, and here we are.
Logan.
And that was really cool because that was one of Jackie's first horses that she's got to the NFR head, and she made that horse. So that was cool. I was really wanting that for her.
That's awesome. Logan, Drago's been amazing all week. Are you just as tickled as can be?
Yeah, I mean, this is what you dream of as a little kid, That's what I was telling Charly on the ride over here, that's what you dream of as a kid, is hearing the crowd roar at the NFR to be 3 to win a go-round. I mean, and to do it on Drago, he's a horse that I ride most of the time, and he's felt good all week, and tonight was no different.
Your schedule's been a little bit different. I saw at least one day you were up before the sun, saddling horses, waiting for the sun to come up so you could get over here for the breakaway. Was that the same thing that happened today?
No, I trusted it today, but it was just cool. Like, I've got the hardest working partner you could ever ask for. I'd kind of missed the start the other night. I was trying to get going, and the steer kind of beat me out, and Logan called and said, hey, if you need me over here, I'll be over here before the sun comes up. I know you got to get over there. And so he was out there at dark just waiting for the sun to come up with me and get a couple reps in, and I've practiced every day this week. But I mean, to have your partner have your back right there, I'll do whatever we got to do, and that's the stuff right there when your guys got your back, that you're not thinking of anything other than winning. It makes my job easy.
Have you been in your head this week? Tell me what's been going on. Have you been?
Man, I tell you, we've drawn kind of tough. That first one was hard to heel, and then I've had one kind of got hipped in the chute a little bit, and then I had one turn around and looked at me, flipped me the paw, and then left, and then run down the left buck and chutes. Made a great run last night. Barely got the berry. Just kind of things that can happen in 10 rounds, and that you never want to, but we never questioned our ability and what we were fixing to do. We know each other well enough that just give us that one look that one time, and we'll be back. And here we are.
Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about the breakaway this week. You guys both have a connection to breakaway ropers and breakaway roping. Obviously, Charly, yours is pretty intense. Tell me, what did everything that's happened these last 2 days mean to you as far as the breakaway? You got credit for Martha credited you for helping her in the box. I mean, tell me about that.
I don't even think anything of it. I'm just excited for him. This is groundbreaking. This is, his sister and his little girl is coming up, and these are things that this affects our industry in a great way. Not now. Every girl doesn't have to have a barrel horse to make the NFR. Now there's a chance you can pick up a rope and show them their talents that way, and it's just, man, it's exciting for them. You forget that the yellow banner is what that means to people. And people in here, the girls talking about, gosh, we're seeing the yellow chutes, seeing the yellow, the banners and the bucking chutes, and then, getting their back numbers. And the girls that were just so emotional getting their coats, you forget about that stuff. And it's just awesome. And them girls, like Jackie and the girls before her, that blazed the trail to get them to this point. There's a lot of dry roads that they paved that didn't pay anything to get it to this point, and it's cool for me to be able to see it and then be able to experience it at the same time.
Logan, tell me about what this means for your family. I mean, it's an obvious question. I'm sure you get asked about that a lot, but what does this mean for your family, you being here?
It's awesome. You know, I have a great, just like everybody that's here, it has a great support system. Ever since I've been a little kid, I mean, my dad made the finals both years that me and my sister were born, and how fate would have it, I had a little girl this year, and this is the first time I ever made it. And so, I mean, ever since I've been a little kid, this is what I've wanted to do, just like everybody here. But to finally made it, there's been a lot of help from my wife, you know, over the years, my parents, just a lot of people that you don't have time to thank to get me to this point. And it means the world to me. And it, you know, at least now you're seeing some, you know, payoff for all the hard work that you put into it for a long time.
Absolutely. Guys, so you get to go have fun and to kind of let your hair down and go out on these next 3 rounds? Is that the plan?
Yeah. I mean, you just try to win as much as you can. Everybody here ropes so good that if you back off, you're not gonna win much, because the guys that win every time are the guys that are pressing, and so it kind of forces your hand. But shoot, we knew that whenever we got here, so we're anxious. We're ready to go again.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to The Score tonight. Remember, check out teamropingjournal.com. It is so jam-packed with content. We are working our tails off to get all of the information that you could possibly need if you want to be an informed team roping fan up on the site. And that doesn't just mean we're covering everything that's happening in Globe Life. We've got folks all over the country at the World Series of Team Roping Mega Qualifiers. Of course, we wish we were in Vegas with all of you. But we've got people covering the World Series of Team Roping's Mega Qualifiers. We had people in San Antonio. I've got staff in Wickenburg, and we're covering what's going on in Decatur. You can look for all that coverage in the January issue of the Team Roping Journal that's going to hit your mailboxes about January 1st. We are almost done with it as soon as this awesome week of rodeo ends. So thank you all so much for listening, and I will talk to you tomorrow night.